All right, today on Woodworking Mcdaniel Style, we're going to talk about throwing away lathe tool handles. Well, kinda. I just want to show you here the advantages of not having a handle that's fixed to your lathe tools. One big advantage is that you can see how much space it takes to store these tools. What do I have here? 7 tools with handles, big space. You're gonna have some kind of wall mount thing. You got these big wooden handles in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 tools just like that I can store if they're toolless. So there's one advantage, the amount of storage that it takes. One advantage to not having a big fixed handle. What's another advantage? We'll talk about it in a minute, but sharpening. Sharpening is an advantage if you do not have a big handle on your tool. If this is what you're sharpening, it is much easier than trying to sharpen one with a big handle on it. And I'll show you a few reasons why in a minute. What's another advantage? Cost. Cost is an advantage. So whenever you buy a tool, a gouge or a tool that has a handle on it, you are paying for that handle. They had to make it, it's part of the product. So you're paying for that handle. And they're paying for that handle every time you buy a tool. So if you have 20 gouges, you're paying for 20 handles. Whereas, if you're buying a handleless tool, you're not paying for the handle. So I can get a top-of-the-line D-Way tool, a gouge, or a Doug Thompson gouge, or another top-of-the-line brand, and not have to pay for the handle. I can actually get the tool for the same price or cheaper than I can get a lower quality gouge that has a handle already on it. But you do need a handle to turn. So what you do is you buy a few handles, and what I have here is the handles that I recommend, and I talked about this in another video. I did do some research since I did that video, and it was on a tool, lathe tool reviews, lathe gouge reviews, bowl gouge reviews, what kind of metals used in those gouges. Check that video out if you have time. But these handles are from D-Way Tools, and what I have here is a 3/8. It's a 1/2-inch handle, but he has a little sleeve that you can slide in to make it to where it fits 3/8 tools. I have a handle for 1/2-inch tools, and I have a handle for 5/8 tools. He also makes one for 3/4 tools, but I don't have any 3/4-inch tools. So with these 3 handles, I can use pretty much every lathe gouger tool that I own and put them in this handle. And so instead of buying 20 handles, all I had to do was buy 3 handles, and these 3 handles will work for any tool that I get in the future. So I don't have to buy any handles anymore. I've got the 3/8 handle now. So any 3/8 tool that I get, I will slide that in, one crank down, and my handle's ready to go. D-Way has this quick change knob. There's a lot of handles on the market, and the handles, I'm going to take this out so you can see, but the handles on the market will have 2 Allen screws, and this one has 1, just holding it in place, but it will have 2 Allen screws there, and you put your gouge in, and then you get your Allen wrench out, and you tighten down the Allen screw, okay? You got your tool in there. Then you need to go sharpen, or you want to change tools, you got to get your Allen wrench, but you got to find it. And then you loosen that, and then you loosen this one, you take your gouge out, you put your new gouge in, you tighten it down. Very inconvenient. There's several brands that have those. I wouldn't own those. D-Way might have been the first to come out with it, I don't know. But he has, his plan here is this quick change knob, and it's just one tighten down, you're in, pull it out, I can change my gouge, slide it in, one tight down, and I'm good to go. It's that quick. really recommend them. I did do some research since I did that last video, and I do know that Stuart Batty has a twist lock system. So it's a quick change handle that doesn't have a knob. It's more some kind of a collet or something. You kind of twist it and it's a quick change. I don't have any experience with him, but you know, he's a pretty good turner. He's a professional, so I'm sure it's a pretty good handle in and of itself. So another option you want to look at, but I would recommend buying a handle that has some type of a quick change option to where you do not have to have a tool to take your gouges in and out of your handles. It'll make things so much faster and so much more convenient. So I have this little 8-inch handle for the smaller tools. For my 1/2-inch tools, say I need a parting tool, it's there, parting tool. Take my parting tool out, my spindle gouge, it's there, that quick. Say I'm doing a bowl and I need a bottom feeder. I got my bottom feeder gouge. There it is, good to go. I think he calls this a baton, or I don't know, I hardly ever use this tool. It's like a parting tool, baton. Put that in there, it's good to go, right? I got another bowl gouge. This is a D-way handle, but I'm using a Thompson bowl gouge in it. Because they're the same. Same size, right? There you go, good to go. So one handle fits all those tools, right? If I buy a bunch more gouges, this handle's still gonna work with them. And then here's a 16-inch handle. I think they make bigger handles, but this is a 16-inch handle. I know Stuart Batty has like a 20-inch handle. 16-inch handle, this is for my 5/8 gouges. It's good to go, that quick. All right, I wanna do a skew chisel. That fits right in there. Skew chisel, good to go, that quick. This is a Doug Thompson gouge, bowl gouge, in a D-way handle. And you could have a Crown or a Sorby or anybody else. These handles are gonna work. So quick change handle, must have in my opinion. No need for Allen wrenches or any other tools. Get a handle that's quick change. Now I'm gonna go over and show you why you do not want this big long wooden handle fixed to your gouge when you're sharpening. Okay, got my safety glasses on here. We're going to talk about sharpening. If you haven't watched yet, I posted a video the other day on using a normal old stone grinders versus CBN wheels. Are CBN wheels a scam? Watch that video. You may be surprised. I own both, so you may be surprised what I say there. But here, this video is about sharpening. Why not have this big handle? So, sharpening systems. A lot of people use the Wolverine Varigrind jig. It's one of the most popular. It works. There's probably other sharpening systems that work just as good, but this is the one I went with because it's really popular. Normally you put a gouge in. You have a stick out, which normally most people put up I've got a little block of wood here so that I can get that just right. Watch someone else to get the dimensions on that. There's many options to get the right grind. So that's what that would look like. And then you're going to put that in. This is going to be out so far, and there's guides for that. But you're going to put that in, and this is what's going to get you that angle. And you're going to rotate this tool to get that angle. Okay? Now, as you can see, the disadvantage of this big handle is that I'm gonna be grinding on this wing over here. Okay, that's just fine, and I can see what's going on. And then I'm gonna come around and rotate this, and I'm gonna get on the tip. And do you see what's happening when I get on the tip? Hopefully you can see. I'm hitting my gut right here. This long handle's hitting my gut. I gotta rotate through my gut. So I gotta get way away, and I can't really see what's going on. And then I've gotta rotate that around. Just like that. So it just makes sharpening so much more difficult. And you say, well, what's that going to do with the others? Well, let's say I'm turning. I don't have a handle. Here I am. Same type of a bowl gouge. I've got it in my handle. I'm turning. It's a dull. I need to go sharpen it. One quick twist out. Go take my tool. Leave my handle behind. Go take my tool over. Shove my tool in. Get my stick out. Another option you can use for that stick out is to drill a hole, and you can shove that in and get the right size. So there we are. Now here I am. Now this is not in my gut. See how much shorter this is? Now I can grind on that wing. I can come all the way around. I can see what's going on. I can get really close here and see what's going on. And I don't have to worry about this thing hitting me in the gut because it's a lot shorter tool. I don't have that big handle swinging around. So there's an advantage. And that's the same with all of this, right? No matter which one that you're using, some more than others. Like, you know, this is a cheap Hurricane scraper. Now, if I take a scraper and I put it over here, I don't really have to worry about this being in my gut. So, but I could use, if you could buy a scraper that fits in a handle, that's what I would do, because you're not going to have to pay for this wooden handle, and it stores. It's a lot smaller storage. Okay, let's talk something else. This is a bowl gouge, and I've been playing with that 40-40 grind that Stuart Batty talks about, and I've been playing with it, and it's pretty nice because you don't have to have this part of the jig, because all you need is a plate. And there's some videos, maybe I'll do a video in the future, but you basically have this at certain angles, 40-40 guide, and this is how you sharpen it. You put it on a platform at the right angle, and you bring it up and you sharpen it. Then you come around the other side. Oh man, I'm hitting a window. I didn't know about this 40-40 grind whenever I designed this is where I was going to be sharpening my tools. I got my lathe right over here. I've got my tools. I store my tools here. I store my tools right over here on this other wall. The only place I had available really to put this grinder was right here. And I have a window right close to it. So now I've got this 40-40 grind, and I can't sharpen it unless I open the window or unless I rotate my grinder. And that's all because, one, I put it beside a window like a bozo, but the other is because the tool's so long. If I could take that tool out and I have this short tool and I want to do that 40-40 grind, there I am. There I am. Now I'm not hitting the window. I've still got a foot of clearance over here because I don't have that big long wooden handle. So, in summary, not having an attached handle makes sharpening easier, and it makes storage better because you can store all of these tools in a real small area, and it's just so convenient to change tools. You can have 3 handles. 3 handles is all you need. Quick change handles. Maybe 4 handles if you get 3/4 inch tools. That way you could have a 3/4 inch handle. 3/4 inch, 5/8, 1/2 inch, and 3/8. You could even get a 1/4 inch, I guess, handle if you end up getting small tools like that. So there's my review. So I am a big advocate of not having these big, long, permanently attached handles. I say you must have a quick change handle, and it'll make your sharpening easier, it'll make your storage easier, and it'll just make your overall turning experience better. I hope that helps you. I appreciate all the support for Woodworking Mcdaniel Style. I've had some new subscribers lately. I appreciate all of you that have subscribed. I hope the content is helpful to you. Please comment. Let me know if you have any other ideas that would be helpful to you that you'd like to see. And like and subscribe. Appreciate it. And happy turning. Be safe out there.